What if I told you that your phone dying, your boss yelling, or even your heart getting broken doesn't have to ruin your day? That no matter what life throws at you, embarrassment, rejection, chaos, you can remain calm, composed, and mentally bulletproof. Sounds like a superpower, right? Well, the ancient Stoics mastered this ability thousands of years ago. And no, they didn't do it by muting their group chats or doing yoga under a waterfall. They followed a blueprint, a powerful, time-tested system for unshakable mental strength. And today, I'm going to show you how to follow it too. But before we get deep into this Stoic framework, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join our journey to building unbreakable minds. Stick around till the end. You won't want to miss the last principle. It's a game changer. Number 1, control what you can, ignore what you can't. One of the core tenets of Stoicism, and the first step in the blueprint, is understanding the dichotomy of control. Epictetus, a former slave turned philosopher, talk about glow-ups, said, "Some things are up to us and some things are not." Most of our anxiety comes from trying to control things way outside our influence. People's opinions, the weather, traffic jams, or why your cat suddenly hates you. The Stoics teach us to zoom in on our internal world, our thoughts, actions, and attitudes, and let go of the rest. Mentally strong people don't waste time screaming at rain clouds or obsessing over unread messages. They focus on what they can do right now. Can't control if your boss is having a bad day. You can still control how you respond. Can't fix your past mistakes. You can learn from them and improve today. This is power, quiet, focused internal power. Applying this starts with asking yourself one simple question every time stress strikes. Is this within my control? If it's not, drop it like a toxic group chat. If it is, then act with calm and purpose. This isn't giving up. It's choosing your battles wisely, and more importantly, staying sane in a world that thrives on chaos. So next time life throws a curveball, smile like Marcus Aurelius would, and whisper to yourself, "Not my circus, not my monkeys." Then carry on like the Stoic boss you are. Number 2, master the art of perspective. The second principle in the Stoic Blueprint is shifting your perspective, learning to see reality clearly, without the filter of your ego or your emotions. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. In simpler terms, life isn't about what happens to you. It's about how you see it. Mental strength is often the result of mental clarity. Let's say you miss a job opportunity. Your default mode might scream, "I'm a failure." But a Stoic perspective asks, what can I learn from this? Maybe you need to upgrade your skills. Maybe that job wasn't aligned with your values. Either way, you turn a loss into leverage. That's a Stoic plot twist. This practice is like wearing glasses for the soul. The more you train yourself to interpret setbacks as information, not doom, the stronger your mind becomes. And just like a gym session, it hurts at first, but over time, your mental muscle grows. Suddenly, what used to crush you barely dents your mood. You become resilient not because life got easier, but because you see it differently. So, the next time your plans fall apart or someone cuts you off in traffic, pause and zoom out. Ask yourself, how else can I see this? Because sometimes, what looks like a disaster is just the universe giving you an unplanned upgrade. Number 3, practice voluntary discomfort. Here's where the Stoics start sounding a little intense. They actually practice suffering, not because they were secretly into punishment, but because they knew that comfort makes you soft and discomfort makes you strong. Seneca once slept on the floor and ate stale bread on purpose. Meanwhile, most of us panic when our phone battery hits 10%. The third step in building mental strength is to voluntarily expose yourself to discomfort. Not recklessly, but intentionally. This could be as simple as taking cold showers, fasting, waking up earlier, or walking instead of driving. These aren't just self-help hacks, they're Stoic training. You're telling your brain, I can handle this. I don't need things to be perfect to be at peace. When you do hard things by choice, Life surprises won't scare you. You'll already be used to dealing with adversity, and your confidence skyrockets because you've proven to yourself that you're not fragile. You're flexible. You adapt. You endure. So next time you're tempted to hit snooze or skip that workout, remember, every act of discipline is you reinforcing your inner fortress. And every bit of discomfort is just mental armor in disguise. Number 4, live according to virtue, not emotion. Mental strength isn't just about resilience. It's also about integrity. The Stoics believe the highest good in life is virtue, living with wisdom, courage, justice, and self-control. That means doing the right thing even when it's hard, boring, or totally uncool. It also means choosing action over reaction and principle over impulse. Let's be real. Emotions are loud. They tell you to clap back in anger, indulge in that third donut, or ghost that friend who annoyed you. But Stoicism teaches us to pause, reflect, and act with intention. You're not a puppet pulled by strings of emotion. You're the one holding the strings. Think of virtue like your internal compass. No matter how wild the storm gets, it keeps you moving in the right direction. Living this way builds not just mental strength, but character. People respect you more. You respect yourself more. And your peace no longer depends on external drama. So before you react to anything today, ask yourself, what would a wise person do here? Then do that, even if it's inconvenient, even if no one's watching. Because that's how you build a mind that's not just strong, but honorable. Number 5, remember you will die. Okay, stay with me. It's not as morbid as it sounds. This piece of the Stoic Blueprint is their most powerful weapon. Memento mori, a reminder that death is inevitable. Now you might be thinking, great, that's dark. But for the Stoics, it was fuel. It gave every moment urgency, depth, and meaning. When you constantly remember that time is limited, you stop sweating the small stuff. That awkward conversation, who cares? That missed opportunity, more will come. You begin to live with focus and appreciation, knowing that each day is a gift, no matter how imperfect it looks. You stop scrolling mindlessly and start living intentionally. Memento mori isn't about fear. It's about freedom. The freedom to say no to nonsense, to love fully, to speak truth, to chase goals, because tomorrow is never promised. And that's what makes today so valuable. The Stoics weren't obsessed with dying. They were obsessed with living well. So print it, frame it, or tattoo it on your forehead. Okay, maybe not that last one. But keep this in mind always. You're alive right now. Use it wisely. Make it count. That's Stoic strength in its purest form. Number 6, negative visualization. Imagine this. You wake up and visualize your coffee machine breaking, your partner ignoring your texts, and your car getting towed. Sounds like a terrible way to start the day, right? But to the Stoics, this wasn't pessimism, it was training. They called it premeditatio malorum, or negative visualization. Basically, picture what could go wrong before it does. So when life hits you with nonsense, you're mentally ready and emotionally unbothered. This technique isn't about being gloomy. It's about building mental insurance. When you visualize losing your job, your health, or your comfort, you lower the shock if it actually happens. And surprisingly, you also boost your gratitude. Suddenly, that plain sandwich tastes better, that quiet moment feels golden, and that annoying coworker, well, they're still annoying, but you handle them better. The Stoics used this method to stay 2 steps ahead of life's chaos. Seneca advised practicing loss, not by losing everything, but by mentally rehearsing it. So when life does eventually throw its curveballs, you're not crushed, you're calm. You already ran the drill. The mental muscle's already there. Try it tomorrow morning. Picture a few things going sideways, then go about your day. You'll find yourself more prepared, more grateful, and less thrown off by reality not going your way. Negative visualization sounds weird, but it's like mental push-ups in a world full of emotional cupcakes. Number 7, love your fate. Don't just accept it. The Stoics didn't just accept life's chaos. They learned to love it. This principle is called amor fati, which literally means love of fate. It's the idea that everything that happens, even the painful stuff, is a necessary piece of your story. It's not just tolerating hardship, it's embracing it like an old friend who occasionally punches you in the face, but makes you better in the long run. When something bad happens, your car breaks down, you fail a test, your crush ghosts you, you can complain, resist, or you can channel your inner Marcus Aurelius and say, "Good, now I grow." The Stoics believe that everything serves you if you let it. Obstacles become opportunities. Setbacks become setups for something better. Amor fati isn't toxic positivity. It's strategic acceptance. You don't pretend everything is awesome. You simply choose to make everything useful. You trust that whatever comes your way has a purpose, even if it sucks right now. And by doing this, you reclaim power over your circumstances instead of being ruled by them. So next time life doesn't go your way, try whispering amor fati under your breath. People might think you're summoning an ancient spell, but what you're actually doing is becoming mentally invincible. You're telling life, whatever happens, I'll find a way to use it. Number 8, strengthening the mind on paper. If you think journaling is just about spilling your feelings in a glittery notebook, think again. The Stoics used journaling like warriors sharpening their swords. Marcus Aurelius literally journaled every night, and that journal became Meditations, one of the most powerful Stoic books of all time. He didn't write it for the likes. He wrote it to hold himself accountable and train his mind. Stoic journaling isn't about documenting what you had for lunch. It's about reflection. You write about your actions, your emotions, your wins, your failures, and how you can improve. You're not venting. You're studying yourself like a scientist. It's not always fun, but it's always revealing. Doing this daily builds self-awareness, the secret weapon of mental strength. When you know your triggers, your weaknesses, and your habits, you stop being a puppet to them. You begin to adjust. You make better decisions. You stop repeating old patterns and start building a stronger, wiser version of yourself. Start simple. 1 paragraph in the morning, 1 at night. Ask yourself, what did I do well today? What did I fall short? How can I be better tomorrow? Over time, you'll notice your thoughts get clearer, your emotions get calmer, and your mind gets sharper. It's not therapy, it's Stoic maintenance. Number 9, don't seek validation. Here's a hard truth. If you're always chasing approval, your mental strength is on life support. The Stoics understood this way before Instagram made likes a currency. They taught that true strength comes from internal validation, not from applause, attention, or external rewards. Epictetus said, "If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid." Ouch, but accurate. When you need others to clap for your every move, you become emotionally fragile. Every compliment becomes a drug, and every criticism becomes a stab wound. The Stoic flips the script. You act according to your values, not someone else's vibe. If it's right, do it. If it's just popular, skip it. Mental strength means being able to sit in a room, make a decision, and not care if it trends. Your worth doesn't come from the outside. It comes from your integrity, your purpose, and how well you live by them. This doesn't mean becoming cold or antisocial. It means you're grounded, not swayed by every gust of opinion. So the next time you're tempted to filter your life for someone else's approval, remember, you're not a product. You're a philosopher in training. Stop asking, will they like me? And start asking, will I respect myself for this? That's real freedom. That's Stoic power. Number 10, practice present-mindedness. Mental strength isn't just about reacting to life's punches. It's also about being fully present in the ring. The Stoics were all about mastering the now. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Confine yourself to the present, because anxiety lives in the future, regret lives in the past, but power lives in the present." Most of us live distracted. We're eating dinner while worrying about tomorrow. We're scrolling while someone's talking to us. We're everywhere but here. The Stoics teach us that mental strength is rooted in attention. When you focus on this moment, your breath, your actions, your thoughts, you become centered, aware, and composed. Training present-mindedness is like meditation in motion. When you're walking, walk. When you're working, work. When you're resting, actually rest. You don't need incense or chanting, though go for it if that's your thing. You just need to notice life happening as it happens, and resist the urge to time travel in your mind. Make this your new habit. Check in with yourself during the day and ask, where am I right now? Mentally, then bring yourself back. Over time, you'll notice you're calmer, more focused, and more in control. Because when you own the moment, you own your life. And that's the final secret to the Stoic Blueprint. If these principles lit a fire in you, hit like, subscribe, and join this growing tribe of modern Stoics. Drop your favorite Stoic quote in the comments. Bonus points if it makes you laugh and reflect at the same time. Remember, mental strength isn't built overnight, but with consistency, you become unshakable. Stay sharp, stay steady, and I'll see you in the next one.